How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, I'm not alone in this video. I've got a special... Oh, piss off. And today, we're going to be ranking Scottish Premiership stadiums. So, she knows absolutely fuck all about football, but I thought I'd hop her onto the video today. We're going to go through all 12 team stadiums in the Scottish Premiership as I went to Scotland last week. And we're going to be ranking them. Should we do it? So to start things off, we got the Aberdeen Stadium, which is the Pitodry Stadium. I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's red.
Where have you ranked Aberdeen?
5th.
And why have you gone 5th?
Because it's really red.
Why?
I don't know. Ask the people that designed it.
So you're going with 5th because it's red?
I don't like red.
And to be fair, I've actually gone with 5th too with Aberdeen. I just think it's got a lot of character to the stadium, and I think the Aberdeen, however you say their stadium name is called, I think it's got a lot of character. It's got a big stand, it's got a few little stands. I think it's an all-round good stadium, and I think it could create a good atmosphere. So I think 5th for Aberdeen is just. Right then, so Celtic Park. It's a Celtic stadium if you didn't know, it's in the name anyway. But where have you ranked Celtic?
3rd.
Why have you gone with 3rd? That's controversial. Why have you gone with 3rd?
It's green.
What? You can't just go, oh, this one's red, this one's green.
Well,
what's your favourite colour?
I prefer green
What's
over
your favourite
red.
colour?
I don't know. Black. I prefer
Black.
green over red, you know.
Okay, so you go with 3rd.
However, this looks like
a tennis court.
It looks like a tennis court. To be fair, I can kind of agree in some sense, but to say it's a tennis court when it's a football stadium, it's a bold statement. However, for me, I've gone with 2nd place for Celtic Park. I think it's got a lot of character and a lot of good aesthetic look to the stadium, but I just don't think it's the best one in the league, if I'm being totally honest with you. Now to the team who are 8th in the table, and that is Hamilton. Their stadium is called Douglas Park, and where have you rated that one?
6th.
6th, and I don't know why. Why have you ranked this 6th? I'm not being honest. It looks really bad.
Yeah.
But why have you got it 6th? That's mid-table. When you're saying the other ones are absolutely shit.
Yeah.
Controversial yet again. And for me, I've gone with 9th. I just don't think it's got the all-round aesthetic look to it. I just think it's red and white, which is fine, but I just don't think, as it's not an all-round connected stadium.
It's not very aesthetically pleasing.
It's not aesthetically pleasing. And character-wise, I just don't think it's got enough character. I think if you want to create an atmosphere, I don't think Hamilton is the place to go to, if I'm being honest with you. I just don't think it's got the overall build for like a nice, hostile place to visit when you're going away. But yeah, overall, I've gone with 9th and you've gone with 6th. Now then, to a stadium I actually went with Theo and Fogdad the other week, and that is Tynecastle, aka the Hearts Stadium. It's a beautiful stadium. Being there in real life and seeing how compact and how tight it is from the pitch to obviously the sand, it's so good, and it's aesthetically nice. It's got a good purple kind of good colour to it. Aesthetically outside and inside it looks brilliant. And for me, I've gone with 3rd. And where have you put it?
2nd.
2nd, and why have you got it 2nd?
I like the hearts on the seats. They're pretty cool.
The hearts on the seats, which I'll do zoom in right now.
Well done, Scotland.
But yeah, I must admit, atmosphere-wise too, it was top-notch at Rangers. I know it can be better than that in like your Edinburgh derby, but I do think this is a great stadium, and for me, it's definitely up there as one of the best in the league. And going from one Edinburgh team to the other Edinburgh team, and the derby of that one, and it's Hibernian. Now, what do you think of this one?
I put it as 8th. Because it's pretty crap.
How is that crap? I'm sorry, that's not crap. Easter Road, may I just add, it's called. And I think it's a nice stadium. I have got it myself. I've got it 4th, behind Hearts, which is controversial to the two teams because of the rivalry between the two.
I don't know, I just think all of the stadiums look the same.
Right, so overall, you've got Hibernian, obviously 8th. I've got them 4th. I think it's a great stadium, and personally, I think I'd love to go there, and hopefully one day I do tick that off on not the 92, but it's in the Scottish stadiums. I've already done 2, and I'd like to tick off more than 2. So Hibernian, I'm coming.
So the next stadium is Kilmarnock.
Kilmarnock, I guess so. It's called a rugby park, even though it's a football stadium. But where have you ranked it?
I have put it 10th.
10th.
I don't think it's the greatest looking one. It looks pretty blue. Looks shit.
Okay, it's your opinion. If you want to get hated, you get hated. But for me, I got Kilmarnock in 7th, and I think it's not the best looking stadium, but for where I ranked it compared to other stadiums, I think 7th justifies it particularly. I'm not a big fan of the lights behind this one stand. I just don't think it looks very good. You could say it's got character. I'm not sure what the attendances are like at Kilmarnock, but aesthetically, I'm not sure. I just don't feel like it's the best stadium out there. And if you think I'm saying this for a team which is in 7th and below, could be quite debatable. Next up is Livingston, aka the Almond Vale Stadium. Now for me, I've got Livingston in 8th. Where have you got it?
4. I think it's nice. I like the yellow.
So, you know, you're not a fan of red, you're not a fan of blue, you're not a fan of green, but when you bring the yellow in, you're like 4th place.
It's not right. It's not that bad.
Livingston is better than what you've put here, Aberdeen, Hibernian.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm not saying Livingston's the worst stadium. I like how the stadium's all cornered and all round, apart from obviously one area where it has to disconnect to somewhere. And it's not that bad. But the yellow, I'm going to bring colour into it myself. I'm not a big fan of the brightness. And the brightness of the yellow really does shine onto the pitch. And I don't think it's one of them places where you go to a stadium and you're like, oh, this is a hostile stadium. I'm not going to be up for this game. It's not going to be the best atmosphere-wise. I just don't think it brings the atmosphere. It just doesn't look it, to be honest. And I'm going to put Livingston in 8.
But it doesn't look separate. Like the other stadiums look very like the stands look very separate from each other.
Like Hibernian. Okay.
Yeah, shit. This one is like very connected and it's like it feels nice, you know.
Okay. Another stadium I went to was Fir Park, aka the Motherwell Stadium. For me, being there, it was it's got a lot of character, the stadium. I said it to Theo and I said it to Fogdad at the time. It's got a lot of character, that Fir Park Stadium. Atmosphere-wise, it has that little blocker next to away fans where it does create a bit of atmosphere. Here we've got Aberdeen fans. Look at this. Unique atmosphere compared to English fans, and I think it's a good stadium. It's got a lot of character to it, and it's very old-fashioned, but it's got a good style to it. And for me, I've put them in 6th place. 7th, okay, we're kind of similar, so for once we're kind of agreeing with each other, so that's not too bad. Now then, Rangers, aka the Ibrox Stadium. I think this is the best stadium in the league. What do you think?
Pretty decent. I'll put it as 1.
Okay, so we finally agree.
It's the best looking.
Shake on that, shake on that.
It's the best looking one, you know.
I think the style of this stadium looks pretty decent, and I think when you look at the stands, you think the atmosphere on like a nice Wednesday night with a hostile atmosphere, and you can definitely feel the tension when it's created like against Celtic, and definitely in that derby too. And the Old Firm derby, you definitely think in that one, you know, the atmosphere bringing into that one, created from that stadium look, and the stadium in that kind of like fierce way. I think it'll be a pretty decent one to go to, and for me, I just think it's the best one in the league for that reason. Aesthetically, outside and inside looks pretty good, and for me, I think that's 1st place. Ross County, I'm going to get it away with now. It's the worst stadium in the league. Going from the best stadium to the league to the worst one. And I just don't like it. Like, you think it's got a character to it, but it really hasn't. Like, it's small, it's not good. You know, it's got a few lights, got a few floodlights, so it's pretty good. But I just don't think the stands, we've got a bit of red and blue. I don't like it particularly, and I think it's very small. It hasn't really got a lot of character to it, and it just looks like one of them like Sunday League pictures, but with like the stadium, like as a small non-league club. It's just not like a Scottish Premier League club if you think of it in a stadium wise.
It looks like if Lowestoft got a little bit more money.
Generally, if Lowestoft had more money, this will be what they'd be playing in. Where did you put Ross County?
11.
11.
Waving that in my face. I put it as 11, you know?
So the penultimate one is St Johnston. Now, what have you ranked it as?
I put it as 12.
Okay, so you put that as the last one, and why is that?
It's like if McDonald's turned into a football team.
It would be St Johnston.
Yes.
And I think I can kind of agree with you on that one. It just looks like a rainbow stadium to me. Look at the colours. You got yellow, you got red, you got blue, and it's just all mixed and mashed. It's not neat at all, and I just don't think it's got aesthetically. It's just not decent. And for me, I've got St Johnston in 10th place. And lastly, we have got St Mirren. I just don't like the black and white stripes in that. I just don't think it's a great stadium personally, and that is why I've got St Mirren in 11th place. I don't think it's the best stadium there. Obviously, look at it, it's very small. It's just, like the colours, the black and white in it, it just doesn't look very good and doesn't look very appealing. When you think about atmosphere, I just don't think it'll create enough atmosphere as a good day of football. I just don't like it personally. Where have you put St Mirren?
I put it as 9th.
It just looks a bit dull.
It looks like an animal, like a zebra or something, doesn't it?
And boys and girls, that is going to be this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like on this video. If you want more videos with someone who doesn't know football at all, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and leave a like on this video and comment down in the comment section down below what you think of my girlfriend's football knowledge. I think it's pretty piss poor, but we'll move on.
Pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, we'll let you guys decide on that one. Leave a comment down in the comment section down below what you guys think of that. Leave a like, subscribe, follow my Instagram. Don't follow her Instagram.
Excuse me, follow my Instagram. I'm trying to catch up to this bitch.
Which she's actually doing quite successfully, to be fair. So make sure you follow me, follow my girlfriend, whose name is Emily, if you didn't know. And that is going to be this video, guys. Leave a like, follow my Instagram, follow my Twitter, subscribe to my channel. If you want more Scottish Premiership content like this and me going up to Scotland more, make sure that subscribe button, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in another video. Goodbye, guys.